The stage lights were blinding, but the boy's eyes still shone brighter. His name was Miguel, a 12-year-old from a small fishing village in the Philippines. His clothes were simple, his shoes worn out, but his smile carried a quiet courage that no poverty could steal. As he walked onto the stage of one of the world's biggest talent shows, the audience didn't know who he was, or how he would change them forever. The host asked him nervously, "What's your name, sweetheart? What will you sing for us tonight?" Miguel clutched the microphone with trembling fingers and whispered, "I will sing Hotel California." The crowd gasped. A classic. An impossible choice for someone so young. The judges exchanged doubtful glances. One of them leaned back, whispering, "He's just a kid. Can he even handle that song?" But Miguel didn't flinch. Behind his soft voice and shy demeanor was a story no one could see. Back home, his father had once played guitar under the stars, teaching Miguel old songs as the waves crashed against the shore. But tragedy struck when a typhoon tore through their village, taking both the family's home and his father. From that night on, Miguel sang not just to fill the silence, but to keep his father alive in his heart. And now, standing on that stage, far from the salty air of his village, Miguel knew this was his chance, not for fame, but for survival. He wanted to win enough money to rebuild a roof for his mother and buy medicine for his little sister. The music began. The first chords echoed through the hall, and Miguel opened his mouth. His voice, clear, soulful, far older than his years, poured out like a river of memory. The crowd froze. The judges' doubt melted into stunned silence. This wasn't just a boy singing, this was a son calling out to a father lost, a brother promising hope, a child carrying the weight of a family on his fragile shoulders. Halfway through the song, Miguel closed his eyes, and the arena felt it, the grief, the longing, the love woven into every note. By the time he reached the chorus, the audience was on their feet, many with tears streaming down their cheeks. One judge, a man known for being tough and unemotional, leaned forward, his eyes red. He whispered, This is why music exists." And then, something unexpected happened. As Miguel sang the final line, his voice cracked. For a split second, silence filled the hall. Everyone thought he had lost it. Everyone thought he had failed. But Miguel didn't stop. He lifted his chin, tears glistening, and sang the last notes with every ounce of strength left in his little body. The crack wasn't a mistake. It was real. It was raw. It was the truth of a boy who had nothing but was still brave enough to give the world everything. The song ended. Miguel stood frozen, clutching the microphone, his chest rising and falling with fear. The arena was silent. And then, the first judge stood up. Then another. Then all four. The crowd erupted into thunderous applause, the kind that shakes walls and hearts alike. People cried openly. Even the cameramen wiped their eyes. One of the judges slammed her hand down on the golden buzzer. The stage exploded in golden confetti, raining down like blessings from heaven. Miguel dropped the microphone, covering his face as tears burst forth. He had dreamed of this moment, but never believed it could be real. The tough judge walked to the stage, knelt in front of Miguel, and placed a hand on his shoulder. His voice cracked as he said, "You didn't just sing a song, you reminded us what it means to be human. That pain can be turned into beauty. That love can outlive loss. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you for healing us tonight." Backstage, Miguel's mother and little sister were watching on a small screen, sobbing as golden confetti fell over their boy. For them, this wasn't about stardom. It was about dignity, hope, and a chance to start over. Weeks later, as videos of his performance spread across the globe, millions shared his story. People from different countries sent letters, donations, and prayers. A school was rebuilt in his village. His sister got the treatment she needed. And for the first time since the typhoon, Miguel's mother slept peacefully under a safe roof. Miguel didn't just win a golden buzzer. He won the world's heart. His voice had crossed oceans, melted barriers, and stitched together broken souls who didn't even speak his language. Years later, Miguel would say in an interview, "I thought I was singing for my father, but that night, I realized I was singing for everyone who ever felt broken, and needed to believe again." And isn't that what the world needs most? Not perfect voices, but honest ones? A poor boy once stepped onto a stage, carrying nothing but a song. He left carrying the love of millions. And somewhere above the clouds, his father surely smiled, whispering, "That's my boy."